TSMC has collapsed -6.69% to $415.17, a historic single-session move that demands your attention. In this video we break down what is driving this and what it means. Welcome to MTRS_Market Pulse. It is Monday, June 8th, and this is your complete global market briefing. Global markets are under pressure, with defensive assets leading. Let us start with a quick look at how the major global markets are positioned today. Starting with the major global indices. S&P 500 dropped sharply -2.64% to $7,383.74. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump stunned as stocks fall on great jobs report. Barclays explains why we are entering the warning zone, fortune. NASDAQ 100 made a dramatic move today, plunged -4.77% to $28,958. Equity markets are responding to reports that Wall Street's fear gauge punches back as the crash up in chip stocks finally reverses. Dow Jones dipped -1.35% to $50,867. Investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump stunned as stocks fall on great jobs report. Barclays explains why we are entering the warning zone, fortune. DAX is trading lower by -0.75%, at $24,759. Traders are reacting to news that Trump stunned as stocks fall on great jobs report. Barclays explains why we are entering the warning zone, fortune. FTSE 100 is broadly flat at $10,368, awaiting a fresh catalyst. Equity markets are responding to reports that NASDAQ, S&P 500 suffer worst day of year as RE stocks tumble and Fed rate hike odds rise, CNN. Now let us turn to some of the biggest names in global equities. TSMC plunged -6.69% to $415.17 in a significant session. Investor sentiment is being shaped by TSMC's $165 billion Arizona Gigafab, Reshaping Us Chips, 2026, tech-insider.org. ASML made a dramatic move today, plunged -6.58% to $1,641.74. Equity markets are responding to reports that SK Hynix places record $8 billion order for ASML UV lithography machines should pay for up to 30 UV machines over 2 years, serving HBM and advanced DRAM production, Tom's Hardware. Samsung made a dramatic move today, plunged -6.40% to $329,000. Equity markets are responding to reports that Samsung profit surges over eightfold to beat estimates as RE boom fuels memory chip crunch. Nvidia plunged -6.20% to $205.10 in a significant session. Investor sentiment is being shaped by three things Broadcom and Nvidia investors should look for when Broadcom reports earnings on the Motley Fool. Now let us dig into the macro picture driving these moves. On the geopolitical front, traders are reacting to news that Trump stunned as stocks fall on great jobs report. Barclays explains why we are entering the warning zone, fortune. This is adding a risk premium across energy markets and supporting safe haven demand. The key macro overlay remains monetary policy. Equity markets are responding to reports that NASDAQ, S&P 500 suffer worst day of year as RE stocks tumble and Fed rate hike odds rise, CNN. Any surprise in the rate path could trigger outsized moves. On the data front, investor sentiment is being shaped by Trump stunned as stocks fall on great jobs report. Barclays explains why we are entering the warning zone, fortune. Turning to commodities. Brent crude dropped sharply to $93.09 per barrel, down 2.04% on the session. The move follows reports that stock market hit hard as jobs report fuels rate hike fears, AMD, Intel lead chips sell-off, Investors Business Daily. WTI crude dropped sharply to $90.54 per barrel, down 2.69% on the session. The move follows reports that stock market hit hard as jobs report fuels rate hike fears, AMD, Intel lead chips sell-off, Investors Business Daily. Natural gas plunged to $3.23, down 3.21% on the session. Traders are reacting to news that Trump stunned as stocks fall on great jobs report. Barclays explains why we are entering the warning zone, fortune. Gold dropped sharply to $4,365.30 per troy ounce, down 2.47% on the session. Safe haven demand is being supported by reports that gold slips as rising oil prices and inflation concerns temper safe haven demand. Yahoo Finance. Let us give you our near-term view on TSMC. The technical picture for TSMC has deteriorated. The $390.26 level will be critical to monitor. It represents a key line in the sand for bulls. A break below could trigger further stop-loss selling. Manage your risk carefully. In the currency markets, euro to US dollar is at 1.16, gaining 0% on the day. Pound sterling to US dollar is at 1.34, gaining 0% on the day. US dollar to Japanese yen is at 159.99, gaining 0% on the day. The move in the dollar reflects reports that Euro area bank interest rate statistics, April 2026, European Central Bank. Let us close with the key events and catalysts on our radar. Keep a close eye on central bank speakers and rate commentary, and key economic data releases. Any one of these could be the catalyst that defines the next major directional move. Hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. We post fresh analysis every single morning. Leave a comment with your market view. We feature the best ones in future videos. That is all from MTRS_Market Pulse for today. All analysis is for informational and educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Always consult a qualified financial advisor. Trade safe, and we will see you in the next one. That is your full global market briefing from MTRS_Market Pulse. Subscribe and turn on notifications for daily updates.